So please make sure to give it a look.
Yeah, Kate does really good work.
Yeah, he does. Okay, so let's get the official translation up. What do you think of the update title, by the way? Like the Ixwa or Ixwa?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, way
I
better
mean,
than the standard
yeah.
that we were having.
Oh yeah.
What,
I mean, it's definitely better than
Tracks?
Black Shark, if anyone.
Starfighter, one of my personal
Starfighters.
favorites.
God damn.
Yeah, Starfighters was fine. I mean, the logo was good.
Oh,
It
here
was
are
fine.
boys.
Всем привет, наши дорогие друзья, наши дорогие зрители. Вы смотрите официальный канал War Thunder. Как вы уже поняли, сегодня у нас
Ooh, what's
большая
that? Oh, that's the
премьера.
Fokker,
Раз у нас
the
большая
D21.
премьера. В гостях Вячеслав
Yes, sir.
Бронников. Здравствуйте.
There's also something else there for the Swedish.
Yeah, I see that.
Ooh.
Our boy
Astra
BVVD once again doing the tease. God damn it.
Astra
He just-
2, Return of the Astra.
He just knows exactly where to put his chair, you know? It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, it is some kind of ground vehicle, isn't it? Because it's grayed out.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah. Or a naval vehicle. No, wait, they don't have Navy.
No, not yet.
Что можно, значит, интересного и в общем сказать
Ну,
про,
со Светочки.
про этот
Проще
патч?
начать с
Да,
Светочки.
проще, наверное, начать с Светки, то есть в этом патче...
Alright, Alex, are you watching tech
новую
stream?
ветку внутри, ну, другого давайте
We're
I
watching
have it on the other.
более
I have it on the other tab, but you should use
I
the
got you.
YouTube one.
Внутри
Yeah,
ветки
use the YouTube
Светки
feed.
будет новая ветка.
Oh, here we go. There's a new South African line. So it goes from rank 1 all the way up.
которые будут перемещаться.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
Nice.
So we're gonna have, like, actual South African vehicles.
Oh, and they stuck one of them in the AA line, the ZA35.
Части все это либо
So-
So they're
свои
combining them.
версии,
Okay.
Yeah,
полностью
but everything
pretty
else
good.
is in that. Okay, so the AA ones are going into the
Oh,
wow.
into the thing.
On
That's
the
a lot.
normal British lineup.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're getting the Marmon Harringtons though, which are those are the ones with the 57, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah.
I'll have to have a look.
What? Since Switzerland mentioned me this option, I think it was one of the most appropriate because you simplify menus pretty much.
Yeah.
You don't have
Yeah.
to start clicking between tabs.
I wonder if they're going to introduce a premium for the British, a South African premium, more than they already have, right?
Yeah, the Roycat 105 I think is good enough, especially since they're putting it in the same tree.
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe not now, but I wouldn't be surprised if in the future we see one.
Oh, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if they introduce a rank 5 premium pack, because the Avery is fun and all, but not exactly the most effective vehicle.
Yeah, I agree.
Две 20-миллиметровые пушки, два пулемета. Давайте делаем сразу
Oh.
пробный вылет.
There's the Fokker.
So that's 7.7s and 20s. I mean, the main issue with these planes at this tier is normally the engine power that screws them over.
Yeah,
Like-
it has the same 20s as the Type 99 Mark 1s.
So
Mm.
bad 20s is what you're telling
Yeah,
me. Yeah.
low velocity. I don't know about the shells, but
How did they get access to Type 99 guns?
they're not Type 99 guns. The Type 99s are Orlikon FFs.
Oh, they're MGFFs? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, they're not MGFFs. MGFFs are a separate development to Orlikon FFs.
Oh my god.
What I understood for this one, we could also be getting one for the normal tree that doesn't have cannons, right?
Yes. Yeah, so this
Oh.
one is specifically one which the Finnish developed to give it a go to see if the 20s would work, but they
Yeah.
found that it actually was too unbalanced and didn't fly very well. So they did also use the standard one with the normal guns.
You think we could see something of that scene in the game? Like the plane flies weirdly or something? I don't think so.
No, because we already have the Tempest Mark V Vickers, which had even worse problems.
Horrible.
yeah.
And that,
Oh.
that one doesn't in game.
Is that the one with just the 40s?
Yeah, but I think they're 45s or 47s.
Are they 47?
It's the Vickers
No.
P.
There's two of them, isn't there? There's the one with the 40s and like 277s, and there's the one with the just the 247s.
It
Yeah,
was
that's
mainly
the
to use
Tempest.
exemplified.
Okay,
Чтобы было
gotcha,
Ну,
gotcha.
ладно, я думаю, что вот как
Ну, с этой машинкой,
для
да.
затравки это понятно, да?
В
The
целом
South
ясно.
African troops introduced yet? Yes, we saw it a little bit, but I'm sure they'll go back to
Будете
it.
жаловать? Ну, давайте мы дальше
Yeah.
перейдем.
I mean, it is
Скоро мы
basically the whole
добавим разных рангов,
point of
конечно,
Да,
this
да,
update.
то есть не только современные или не только эпохи там Второй мировой.
Yeah, it's nice that it
но и
takes main stage,
добавляем машины
and
разные.
at least the way that
Yeah.
they put it in, I think, is the correct way of
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it. So
Можно показать, раз мы Швецию смотрим, можно первую на
And it's going to introduce, obviously, a lot of choice for other nations like the Russians and the Americans and stuff, right?
hey, it's the IKV with the 105.
Похожее.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the one we were talking just a week or so ago.
8.3,
Here it is
fair
then.
enough.
Со 105
Oh my god, that turret looks so
Oh!
mangled.
Oh, yes! Oh, this is...
Да, здравствуйте, друзья.
I'm like a
Присоединяйтесь,
couple
обратите
seconds behind you.
внимание,
Give me
мы
a second.
показываем всю технику
Get the
собственного
YouTube one.
I'm watching the YouTube one.
Может поменяться, как будете увидеть ошибку.
This thing is really good, though. From what I understand, it should have...
Oh, it didn't have the APF FS, at least on the first glance.
Yeah,
легкая.
the
It should
sabers
have,
should still be very powerful.
Yeah, yeah.
But it should have a stabilizer and thermals as well, which
Thermals.
really it was the only thing.
Thermals.
I'm
You
pretty
sure?
sure it does.
Well, it has a stabilizer. We'll see if it has the thermal in the future.
Всех калибров по разным типам
It looks really nice,
поверхности,
though.
сталь, снег.
Yeah, yeah. I think this one was one of those that you know it was gonna arrive sooner or
Yeah.
later. It's good to see
Yeah.
it this soon, if I'm
Можешь
honest.
сказать, вот
And if
что
it comes in
именно
around A3, if it bolsters that lineup, then that's only a
Вообще всё
positive.
именно,
The reload is
Yeah.
crazy
все
fast, by the way,
элементы, как бы,
on this
все
thing.
эффекты были сделаны за
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that's way faster than
сделано по-другому.
it's way faster than the standard 105.
Yeah.
Probably a bit smoother.
Well, is it a
Ну, заметно,
an
что
L7?
прям вообще по-другому рассыпается.
Oh, no, in game they are usually unified.
Still not very fast, though. So is that
I
issue.
don't know.
Да, друзья,
I don't know, I think that it's more than fast enough for what it is. Although then again, I'm comparing it to the one at 6.7, which, you know, fights a lot of heavy tanks that are slow as shit.
Yeah, it looks like it has a Bofors 105mm, so I don't know if that's a
Okay.
licensed L7 or something else, but it looks completely different looking at it right now. It's got a lot of gun depression, which is good. Still has no armor, though. Like,
Yeah.
That kind of sucks.
4.6 seconds. Well, they still sometimes they test all this stuff in arcade, so the values change.
True.
But if it has to reload, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's our German boy.
Nice, sir.
What are we showing here?
Why are we...
New tracks?
Commander
I think so.
Cupola, maybe?
Maybe.
Let's see what Kane says.
I think it's the new tracks for the Panzers.
Yeah, more
Uh,
new
hot
tracks.
tracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
More hot
Yeah.
tracks.
То есть, как и обещали, мы продолжаем активно
I mean,
обновлять
fair enough.
гусеницы.
Yeah.
The tracks are pretty nice.
They still unnerve me a little bit when I take out like the SU-100, and it like the 'cause
Oh
they'll
well, during
clink.
that time, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
wasn't
I-
merely of the track; it was a new sound that it got.
And I was like, is there like something pinging around me? What the heck?
Так, ну давайте теперь поближе, опять вернемся в наземку уже именно.
Alright, so
в-
ZT3A2.
Oh,
Oh, they
Ooh,
have
it even affects the Winterkin.
they have the
ahead.
Roycat MTD in game as well.
И начнем.
Oh, the Rattle 20, and they have the it has a Milan. Okay,
Yeah, a Milan. Huh.
yeah, that's interesting.
Ну-ка, сейчас посмотрим.
Да-да-да.
У меня открыта Википедия на такой случай.
I wonder why does he have a wasp just stuck there.
Сказала.
Ну, смотри английскую.
It's a long boy, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the Rattle's a big vehicle.
В общем, такое
Эм,
животное. Да,
вау.
такое очень злое.
А Милан от
Да.
7.3?
Размеров, но,
Yeah, that's kind of
Really good.
insane.
Yeah. I mean, that thing's
Да,
gonna
видать,
provide a lot of
говорят,
firepower because you can.
говорят.
I imagine you can use that 20mm as a decent performance anti-air as well.
I think they went for that one because the 20mm maybe doesn't have that much punch to it, so you can complement
Yeah.
it with the Milan.
Yeah, but it probably will do decent against helicopters, which you know at
absolutely.
7.3 you
Yeah.
can still see, right?
Yeah.
Более медленные, возможно, чуть более бронированные.
This thing it has a 477 horsepower engine and it's 24 tons
Ну
though.
да, особенно на высоких
Oh.
уровнях.
So that's
That
Sorry,
is-
the slower speed.
Yeah.
Да, и, соответственно, этих
And
вариантов
it's
на
wheeled,
базе
so on winter and desert maps you just
бывают
fuck.
машины пехоты, но
At least it's a
варианты
three-wheeler.
самым разным вооружением.
Can bring some
Hold on.
problems if it is a.
Данный конкретный образец,
if it is a
это,
What's up,
four-wheeler.
Tazzy?
Oh, hello, hello. We're
This
watching
is
the
a
dev
pushki
stream right
в
now.
варианте БМП с Тором Милан, но оружие ставилось самое разное.
Oh, it's huge.
И 90 мм
Jesus.
ставились, и
They need to push that camera back at least a little bit.
противотанковый ракетный комплекс,
Yeah.
именно
Holy hell,
южноафриканский,
fire truck.
который тоже будет в машине ветки. Ну, там, я думаю, что вы могли увидеть эту машину.
Wow, look at that. You were saying, Tech, about having trouble. I guess the crew is all in the front, so you can just hit the front half of it.
Допустим, ракетный
Причем
But we
это
were
вообще,
talking about having
сейчас
trouble killing the Class 3P, and it's like, look at this thing.
Да.
Yeah, that's true. At least at this PI you have mainly like APHE and stuff. So
Yeah.
it'll at least explode.
Or chemical rounds.
Yeah.
Is that a
I
20
think
mil?
it's
Yeah,
I think it's mainly out of perception, but this one is a bit more small than the. It's smaller than the class 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I
the Class
do-
3 is ridiculously big.
Причем, да,
I do
там
love the tire on top.
конец, их там десяток модификаций разных.
Beautiful.
I'd like to see the modifications, see if this got scouting, but I'm guessing it does.
It will.
Yeah.
I don't see how it couldn't. It's a light vehicle, isn't it?
If this is not a Scout Beagle, I don't know what a Scout Beagle is.
I mean, to be fair, they've changed
There
quite
we
a couple
go.
of the.
No, show that
modifications.
again. No! Go back to the MTTD. It's got a really cool
No.
turret.
Yeah.
No, not more tracks. God damn it.
I mean, I imagine-
BTTs.
I imagine as a developer, right, the tracks are just super cool to look at. You know.
There we go. Look at this thing.
This
This turret is so interesting with its angles, and it's 105. And look at those thermals, baby. That might actually be cool
Oh, yeah.
thermals.
Is this one the one with the autoloader, right?
Maybe.
Or is that the other one?
I think that might be the 120.
I
one.
watched the video yesterday and I don't remember.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
At 6.7 seconds, maybe.
I think
Although that seems.
Yeah, there you go. It's not so
it looked like it could be this one.
Yeah, with all the ammo in the back. Yeah, so this is the autoloader one. 6.7 reload, that's okay. Like it's pretty
6.7,
good.
it's an ace 105 reload, so you'll be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Although I'm looking at that like flat piece of armor right in front of the ammunition, and I'm like, if a shell doesn't even have to really try to go through that and hits the ammo, right?
Hmm.
Right.
But again, it's a light tank, so hit it just about anywhere, and it's gonna.
Well, it depends on its thickness. If you can ammo rack it with a 50 cal, that's gonna be pretty crappy.
I don't think you can ammo rack it with 50 cal. It's got 25 mils of armor.
Is it going to be one of those light vehicles where stuff just goes through it? But I feel like if you hit this thing anywhere, it's going to take out pretty much
The fighter.
everything in it. Like it's
Yeah.
either going to kill the crew because they're pretty close together, or you're going to ammo rack the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, guys in the chat that are mentioning the turret rotation and the speed, remember that these things are in arcades, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
take these values on the if you play realistic.
It's got DM23.
And it's a
Okay.
dev server, among all
Yeah.
things.
Wait, what is that thing on top?
Smoke, maybe?
Is that an APS system? Or is it smoke
No,
launchers? Or
It's probably that Swedish.
No, it's
thing.
only got ESS.
Yeah, it
Probably
could
just
be.
an-
We'll see if it actually does anything in game or not.
Yeah. Could be a laser warning also.
So this thing has DM23, which is quite nice. But
Yeah.
Once again, the Germans get DM33 at 9.0 and also 8.7
Yeah.
now, so...
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if when it arrives to the
Wait,
game,
what do they get
they
on at 8.7?
Isn't it
Class
class
3P?
3P?
СССР, ну, сейчас
Does it?
не Советский Союз, сейчас у нас...
Well, it either has that or DM23. Or
It
both.
has it.
Yeah.
How about we
Yeah.
talk about the striker at 9.0 with M900?
I mean, yeah, but my problem with the striker is more the fact that it can just hold down and I can barely touch it.
Так, дальше. Это, видимо, будет
Right, let's see.
крайне на сегодня.
I wanted them to show the
китайский образец.
thermals.
Их еще много, про них можно долго говорить, но давайте посмотрим. Вот именно как образец переделки, очень глубокой переделки. В принципе, вот под этим даже не особо-то узнается основа.
Да, вы напишите в комментариях, как кто не читал девблоги, как вы думаете, что здесь лежит в основе?
Да. То есть это
Elephant Mark II. Well, that's nice to see.
Причем
Yeah.
вот уже
It's got a nice camo on it too.
назывался Алифан.
9.7, so it bolsters that already very good 9.7 British lineup.
Oh,
Yeah,
Britain
that
9.7 is
and
gonna
Mark
be
se-
chunky.
Yeah,
That and the Vickers Mark 7 are gonna be really good together.
and the two challenges.
Oh, yeah, true.
Уже, конечно, отличий очень много. То есть
Got a
это и
105.
целый комплекс командира новый,
Pen looks a bit lacking, at least from whatever it has loaded.
который обеспечивает уже
Reload is okay. It's a bit slower.
DM63 though.
башни, на лобовой плите вот эта вот
Is it thermals?
плита, которая как
Yeah.
раз тоже
Yeah.
нежной броней
Probably.
выполнена. Понимаете? Причем у него будут достаточно мощные боеприпасы.
Yeah, it
то есть
does.
до DM63.
Oh, it has
особенно
DM63.
из таких
Okay.
Oh.
мощных боеприпасов.
Okay.
Alright
Yeah.
then.
И,
Okay.
кроме того, все алифаны...
This one looks imposing, but keep in mind that it's still a bit underpowered for this VR in mobility and also in armor, so you have to
Yeah.
complement it for the
Yeah.
with
Fair
the
enough.
firepower.
Двигатель, трансмиссия
It's
новая,
more of a CM11 in a sense.
I mean, put it like this, guys. DM63 already exists at this BR, so it's nothing crazy.
По всем
Like
Yeah.
the TAM2C has it,
модернизирован.
and the CM11 at
Это
9.0
причем
has
самая
it. So
мощная из,
Yeah.
из машин,
oh,
которые
this is a
будут,
chunky boy as well.
ветки UR, то есть будет еще
Ain't nothing fast about her, that's for sure. She'll work in the British tree.
Once again, I'd like the camera back a little bit from it. It takes up too much of the screen.
Yeah, is the chassis of this still just kind of a modification of the Centurion, or are we talking about basically an entirely different?
You should watch the wonderful videos that were created over the last few
Oh,
days
piss
about the
off.
South African ground tech tree, made by individuals coming together to push forward their ideas to find out.
Learn more at the
I'll take the hit.
EuropeanCanadian.com.
I mean, it looks like a cool vehicle. I don't think it's really needed, but that doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
Like if it gives me an excuse to spade out my Vickers, then I'll spade out my Vickers.
I mean, again, it just again bolsters that lineup.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
that's
kind of
basically
the-
what this entire South African tree does, right? I don't think any of the vehicles provide anything particularly new. Maybe some just faster vehicles.
I mean, the Z2, the ZA35 provides something new if they implement it.
What does it have?
It has a really interesting radar system, which if you watch the
Oh.
videos, you will find
Please
out.
in the game.
Yeah,
Hopefully they
yeah.
cover it.
All right, fine. I'm pulling the YouTube channel up right now, Tech.
На
Oh,
самом деле их несколько главных, я даже не знаю, какую из авиационных новинок я бы...
there's
сам
your
выбрал.
swing wing.
Ну, для меня, как для поклонника...
You're ahead of us, or at least you're ahead of me.
Yeah, you're using the other one. Could you use the YouTube one, please?
I'll keep what then?
Одна из самых красивых.
So it's the M2, okay. So this will give it a bunch of the crazy armaments. This is good.
Yeah. I mean, the Russians really do need a good cast jet.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
I
one,
love my,
really
uh,
happy about it. It's one of my favorite Russian aircraft.
I love my SU-7 a lot, but it's not quite set up for the cast attack role in the way that War Thunder has it.
4 R60s as well. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I would.
6500 is already an upgrade from the previous features.
Yeah. It'll depend on how good this thing does in game, but I wouldn't be surprised if this thing goes up.
Yeah,
That armament.
I just want to
I'd
see how the
imagine it's pretty
mechanic works.
chunky though.
Oh, yeah. Like how controllable it's going to be, or if it's just like an automatic system.
который увеличивает именно, улучшает взлетно-посадочные характеристики.
Come on, show us how the wings work. Is it manual? I mean, it was manual on this machine, right? Like it was down to the pilot to do it.
Yeah,
it
in
wasn't
many,
automatic.
in most of these swing wings is manual.
Yeah.
Естественно, то есть оно, как и в реальности, оно будет у нас влиять на модель полета, то есть...
It wasn't until the later swing wings that it was automatic, and then you could override that manually if you chose to. But by that point, swing wings were on their way out.
Makes sense.
На разных самолетах система была это...
This thing's fast as all hell, though. Like that's
Yeah.
that's only issue with it on the balancing point of view.
Yeah, now that one is gonna make more difference. If it has upgraded air-to-air armaments, it's gonna make more of a difference. Because usually when you use it on the attacker role, it really can't pass from the 1200 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
That answers
No,
that
no,
question.
Let's see how the wings work. Ooh. Is it just guessing it's just... Oh, so they're doing it like the VTOL. So it's like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have just 0 to 100. I mean, that's fair. That works.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the same keybind or
No, I think
it's
it's
a new
different.
one? Probably a new one, right?
Another new keybind.
Well, you have
We're
plenty of keys
approaching
on the keyboard.
DCS level.
What is that radar?
I'm not sure.
Probably
I
a
know I've
new,
seen it in a couple of aircraft in game already.
probably a new interface.
It's interesting though that you can swing your wings with your flaps down. You shouldn't be able to do that.
Is that something that you can't do on like every aircraft, or?
Well, typically the way the wings slot in when they rotate inward, the flaps would catch. You would wind up ripping your flaps off.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's also the Dove servers.
Yeah, fair enough.
The bombs look pretty cool. Have we seen them in game before?
I think it's a new model.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new model for the 500s. The ones that we have in game, they are like the tube looking thing. Like a barrel.
I think it was pretty slow on a turn though.
Oh, it's fully loaded and they just took off as well.
New sounds for the 30 mils.
Yeah, they sound pretty good.
Yeah, they do.
It kind of reminds me of... it's going to be really easy to hit this thing because it's huge.
Yeah.
So even just on a glancing shot, it'll be easy to hit. Oh boy. Okay, AGM time.
Russia finally gets AGMs.
We already
had them for a while. Question is, are they the mouse guided ones again?
The X23 already is in the game, so the others
Yeah.
should be upgraded versions, if I have to guess.
Отличных ракеты для самообороны и для атаки воздушных целей Р-60. Причем...
Pretty good loadouts.
Yeah. Can you take AGMs and ATGMs? Was there a loadout for that?
Excuse me? Oh, AAMs and ATMs?
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
couldn't catch it, sorry.
So that would probably be, at least in ground, one of the best lineups.
Yeah.
At least on a first glance, the air-to-airs are in like an A7 kind of thing, so they have a special pylon for them, so
Yeah.
probably yes.
God, they're big.
Yeah.
Но кроме этого, в релизе, так сказать, патча будет доступно еще...
Yeah, there you go. 2 R60s, 2 X23s.
Yeah.
So you can bring both.
Это новые ракеты Х-25 и Х-29.
Oh, it's a guidance
Причем,
pod.
если
That's what it is.
Х-25 это ракеты с лазерными головками самонаведения. Но, в принципе, по применению они будут сходны с теми ракетами, которые сейчас есть, так же, как Х-23, потому что на Су-17 для наведения этих ракет использовался специальный контейнер. Луч там был неподвижно относительно самолета. И, в принципе, наведение...
There's a lot of interesting stuff being added for this Su-17. I'm wondering how much is actually going to be on the machine. I mean, sorry, I wonder how many of the mechanics brought to it are going to be put on other stuff in the future.
Yeah, well, usually they use these kind of things to as an opening stage for more things to come.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna see a lot of them. The one that now that you mentioned, it got me curious, is the difference between the KH-25 and 29M. Because the 23 we're already having game.
Yeah.
The other one probably more explosive mass.
Какой-то интересный самолет, да.
Would be fine with that.
Будет другой тоже скин, пятнистый. Я знаю, что у нас есть критика, что почему все советские самолеты серебристые, но...
I just hope it actually sees play.
В реальности, да, но были и другие
People at least give it a go.
Давайте сразу покажем, раз мы пока...
Yeah, current SU-7 is a bit out of favor, because people just look at the stat cards and compare it to other things and just say, okay, no.
The
It's still a fun plane
BT-7.
to use.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Raymond was asking for
I mean,
because
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I don't
No
know.
idea.
I don't remember.
400 лошадей, здесь будет 500.
It's probably got an upgraded engine or something.
В остальном танк...
Yeah,
Faster
probably.
turret drive.
Потому что было.
It's got chains on it.
I mean, if it has a faster turret drive, I'll take it.
Чуть меньше.
I mean, it seems like it's got a different turret. Do you see how that arm is set up on it? Like, it looks more like the T-28 cast.
Yeah,
This
maybe,
thing
I
is
guess.
fast as hell, though. Is he in arcade? No, he's in realistic.
Yeah. No, I think it was an arcade, right?
No, he doesn't have the
Isn't it?
cross for the
Yeah.
target.
Выстрелю маленьким калибром.
Oh, fair enough.
That acceleration was pretty good.
I mean, the BT-7's
Maybe
already a
that's them.
fast machine.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, with this introduction, they fixed that. I don't know if it's still an issue anymore. I know it was an issue like a year ago. The BT-7 used to have really weird controls for driving or whatever, where it would just kind of drift all over the place.
Yeah, the A13s do that. It's historical.
Really?
I
Wow.
think it's more
Yeah,
of
it's
a
based on the
acceleration
drivetrain.
thing.
Oh, there we go.
Красавчик.
Это МиГ-28.
The Freedom Fighter.
И-
Не надеюсь.
10-3.
Так сказать, для олдфака.
Oh.
It's more than unexpected.
Yeah, I thought it would be maybe 10-0, but 10-3 is okay. Does this thing get flares? Does anybody know?
Well, the other day we were talking, and there's a version that it has flares, but I don't think
Not
think
the
it's
A.
this.
Yeah,
I don't think it is this one.
Let's get AIM 9Ps. Oh,
Yeah. That's a good one.
AIM 9Ps.
It'll be fine as a CAS aircraft. But I think it's
76 Mighty Mouses and 6 250s. It's already more than what I carry on the Q5.
Mighty Q5.
I think it's getting out of
I mean,
service.
yeah. I look at this and I think at least in air RB, I figure it's gonna be in the same kind of camp as the F1, right? Where it's got better armament, so it can't go down, but it's got worse performance than the top tier jets.
Yes, Hans, we already have the A9P on the F1.
Yeah. You can only carry 2 though on this thing in total.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
that's not great.
At least on the first VR, it's still 10.3, so we can use it alongside the Type 99.
It's tiny.
Yeah. It's got 4
Yeah.
bullpups too.
Ooh, pretty good.
It's a nice cockpit.
Все крутится, все
Yeah. Hopefully it has a ballistic computer.
Yeah.
Мне сколько по времени занимает
Will help a lot.
I mean, if
вот кабина,
I mean, my major hope for this thing is that it turns like a beast.
чтобы вот все воссоздать, чтобы всё
I think it
мгновенно
will turn
крутилось,
well,
сделать.
but I don't know its capabilities.
Yeah, well, because if it's able to turn and particularly turn at high speed, right? then it'll make an excellent AGM carrier.
Mm.
Because that's what makes the G91 so good.
America already, sorry, not America.
Смотрится, конечно,
Just China have an
устрашающе.
AGM
Маленький
carrier right now?
самолетик, который
They have the
просто
F100,
какое-то невероятное количество оружия.
but I think that's it, isn't it?
Yes.
Соответствующие. Но в варианте чисто истребителя, например, с парой ракет...
Well, and the Starfighter.
Does their Starfighter carry AGMs?
The ultimate one, the G.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, whoever modeled this did a really good job.
Wow, it looks
Yeah.
really nice.
That fuselage looks so
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 odd.
slim.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it has that
Oh,
curvature there.
Look
This
at those
looks-
flaps.
This looks like a model kit plane. Like the way it's put together. Are we
Yeah.
locking the ground?
It doesn't look like a particularly fast turn rate, I gotta be honest.
Ну, хороший, прям шустренький.
Да.
Это, напоминаем, для китайской ветки.
If I remember correctly, this one has the same guns as the
То покажем мы...
Super Saver, the M39.
Mm.
Pretty cool guns.
Подробности почитать.
10-second reload.
Установка истребитель танков, называть как
8.0.
I'm curious.
No.
8.0. I'm curious about the round that it will get.
Yeah.
Better get a
They
good
don't-
one.
Because, I mean, when you're looking at that versus the Centauro, it's like,
No, not even because of that. It's just that I look at the rounds that the Type 69 or Type 59 gets.
Yeah.
Those are a bit lacking.
Sure.
But if it is an 8.0, I can see it working with that reload.
Yeah.
No, the reload is on the slower side.
Примерно такая же ракета, насколько я понимаю, она может...
170-85 is the same round as the Type 69, but it had something added to it. So maybe it changed penetration.
shouldn't be.
Hopefully
It's
some
a different-
penetration, yeah.
It's a different 100mm gun.
Это машины довольно современные, и,
Right.
конечно, про них уже сложно найти информацию. Прям много информации
Мгм.
нужно найти. То есть про экспортные варианты чуть больше информации есть, про китайские поменьше. Вот,
Anything with around a
потому что
10-second
как
reload
показывает
gets me
рост.
worried already.
Yeah. Especially if it's a light vehicle
Oh,
like
that
this,
post-burn
right?
damage. Yeah, this is a Type 69 round. Oh,
Hmm.
no!
Why
Heat time!
does it... It shouldn't have this round, though, because it's an entirely different gun.
There are different guns that can fire the same round.
Ну, да.
Same
Ну,
round.
для быстрых
Just
плавных
like all of
атак
the NATO
это самое
guns.
то.
I mean, I understand that, but this is the
Хотя
Type
вот
86
главное
is supposed to be a
вроде
smooth
не
bore gun,
покатиться
and
по
the
дорогам.
one on the Type 69 is supposed to be a rifled gun, isn't it?
I have no idea. This is a
Yeah, they are,
2000
but-
vehicle.
I'm just looking at what we have in the game, so yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough, I guess.
There's the Bredders. 8.3, what are you doing?
Long awaited.
Новая версия БМП, известный М3.
Yeah, that.
Точнее, вариант М3 это...
It's gonna be that APDSFS round on the.
I told you,
On the
I
PG.
told you that pretty generous with the VRs of these machines, but 8.3 is a bit too much.
I mean, all the IFVs are ridiculously low for their capabilities. Like
Yeah.
the Warrior and the Type 89 and this thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely Type 89.
То есть машина, в принципе, уже...
Yeah, this thing's
защищена
chunky
даже
though.
от 30
At least it'll be a bit
много
slower.
снарядов. Вот.
Wonder if they'll give it a different round for the 25.
Командира, панорамный,
Look
новый
at
ТУР,
them
That would
modifications.
depend a lot on,
снаряды
on its
для
VR
автопушки.
placement.
Оперенные сейчас их пока нету здесь, но они появятся. Причем ТУР версии как от прямой атаки, то есть которые нужно попадать в цель, так и...
Does this one have
которые
commander
идут в
thermals?
пролете. ТУ
It
2
has commander thermals.
пока тоже
The only
Okay.
thing that they didn't specify is if they were Gen 1 or
Причем
Gen
для
2,
командира
but
свой
Mm.
тепловизор отдельный.
Ну, я не уверен, что
It's only
у
that.
командира именно есть тепловизионный прибор, надо уточнить. Потому что часто бывает,
I mean,
что
Commander
техник
Thermals in
командир
general is
пользуется,
a huge upgrade.
то есть у него
Yeah.
есть свой прибор,
Yeah.
который позволяет ему осматриваться, но вот ночной
Yeah, this
канал,
3D model looks really
тепловизионный,
nice too.
берет картинку,
Whoever
спускает
made
it.
в луч. То есть он смотрит
He's
туда,
able to
смотрит
fire
в
the
луч.
ATGM at
Появляются
40
специализированные,
kilometers an hour.
более дорогие
Oh no, he's not.
приборы.
He just
Они
doesn't
no,
have
no,
the red
that's
thing.
the other thing on the right. It's a bit confusing.
Yeah, why doesn't he have the red thing on?
Понятно, что
Like the can't
yeah, I
fire
don't
at
know.
this speed.
базовая машина.
Huh,
I don't
that's
know.
weird. Oh, that's a bit buggy.
Вот.
Oh yeah, they do have new explosion effects. They look nice.
Вес прибавился, поэтому прыти особо,
Oh,
конечно,
didn't notice.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the launch is
Yeah, the
behind
launcher in
scenes,
deploying.
yeah.
They probably don't have it finished yet.
Yeah.
Но возросли огневые возможности.
I remember when the Bradley first came out, it had the same issue where the launcher wouldn't deploy. So it might be the same bug.
Right.
What else is there for America? Come on, BVD.
Well, it was the A7 there, so they probably showed the new cockpit that they prepared for.
Well, they haven't showed anything for France or Italy yet.
It's boat time. You guys know what to do. Type them in chat. It's big boat time, baby.
You can go back to bed. It's boat time.
5-minute break. See you in a second.
Башни расположены вот в таком формате.
Again, another big gun for the Germans.
Вести огонь одновременно могут только вот 4 башни.
Hey, look, it's something with pretty much the same capabilities as the other
It's the
German
one that's
ships.
already in the game.
You know who still doesn't have a battleship? That's right, our boy Italy. But don't worry, the Germans have a fourth one.
Oh, the Italians have gotten so shafted. I feel so bad for them.
Yeah.
I'll feel even more bad about them when they receive the battleship and it won't meet their expectations and still get clapped. Because when I think about big ships, I don't think about
they'll get
they'll
they'll get their first dread shot. They'll get their first dreadnought. You know, as Germany gets the Bismarck.
So this thing can get 8 guns on target then, which is pretty good, but about the same as the big battleship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose the reload. I wonder if the reload's any different. Who knows?
I mean,
We'll find out.
doesn't have a yay either. That's the trend.
Yep. It's a First World War ship.
Aircraft, you know, just wasn't a consideration at that point. They were still getting past their canvas and wood phase.
Ну понятно, что сама броня на этих кораблях, она может.
I mean, the gun effects are really nice.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Naval. It looks beautiful. It's easily the most nice looking game mode. So at least you can enjoy that while you play.
That only lasts for so long.
I mean, yeah, like it's a nice looking game mode, right, Tech? Until I get the big circle map and I'm in, you know, Destroyer number 2.
Whoa. Hold up. What is... Whoa.
What?
Why are we putting...
Oh, what the...
What is that?
No, why? Why?
Is our Polish boy in the chat, by the way?
Yes, you won't receive your 3 anytime soon. But you have this one as a
Guess who gets Poland?
You asked for Polish vehicles, you got Polish vehicles.
If it is still a 10.0, that armor is probably not that good. It's maybe a composite screen against heat.
Yeah, something similar to the C2A or whatever.
Yeah.
What can I say? But Germany suffers, right?
It's not a premium either, so
Yeah.
it's just in the tech tree.
Yeah.
It just felt like I...
Do you follow it with the 2A4?
Maybe.
Probably will.
Well,
Or maybe if they want to
Maybe
give
they
more
will.
space, if they want to give more space between the 2A5 and the normal
2A4.
2A4, they
Yeah.
can give it there.
yeah.
Germans shafting the Poles again.
Better get used to it.
Oh, the smoke launchers are pretty cool though. I like that.
If you it's got the same rounds also, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you want to, if you ask me, if you want to make it a bit more diverse in a sense, maybe added the DM33. Depends on how the armor is, of course, but you can add it the DM33 and stick it at 10.3 if that's the case.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Almost like a stopgap between the 2A5 and 2A4.
Yeah, I'm looking at these new effects, like the the smoke and everything, it looks great. And then I think about thermals, like thermals at top tier, like it's just going to be even more annoying to use them.
Yes.
But I suppose that's a good thing, actually.
Yeah, because it helps. Again, it's just another thing that helps vehicles that don't have thermals, right?
Not even that, it's just that it helps with people over-relying on thermals.
Yeah.
At least you can turn them off for a bit.
Oh, it's helicopter time. What do we have for our boy the Wasp?
Oh, well, you can complain about the Wasp.
No, it's a decent, it's a respectable helicopter.
Yeah, fair.
The way to put it.
Is the Wasp the first one? I don't remember. Or no, it's the Scout, isn't it?
Well, it's this one is pretty much the same. Like they have the same capabilities.
Yeah.
Красиво, да.
So it's got a new cockpit?
I think that's what they're showing off.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it is very cool.
Ну, это прикольно,
One
да,
of
я
those
вообще
details.
видом из кабины не пользуюсь, когда играю, ну, потому что я простой игрок, аркадный
А я вот
условно.
пользуюсь регулярно, но я как бы в цикле, то есть, например, с кабины удобнее стрелять, либо из виртуальной кабины, либо...
Wonder if they're gonna get any more new mechanics for helicopters.
Yeah.
Because I was looking into
В целом просто...
yeah, I was looking into the well, we were talking about the Roybal or however you say it last night, and at least how it was described, it just sounded mental. The amount of stuff that it had, like it's a really souped up vehicle.
По времени, я думаю, что у нас есть еще около 10 минут, и как раз вот мы объясним на то, что хотелось бы показать.
Poland in the game, I'm not needed here anymore. My job is done. Oh, there it is. The hero Shah. Oh, it does have the Schneider gun. Another.
I think you were right, Chris.
Another vehicle with a 19th century gun. We know how those go.
Oh yeah, they're always good, Tech, don't you know?
SAU-40 fans say hi. Wait, there aren't any. Oh dear. 11.5 reload. Let's see what okay, it does get AP. Well, that's good.
Есть фугасный снаряд, есть полубронебойный, но для низких рангов это фактически...
I wouldn't be surprised if they do it like the other thing that they introduced recently. That they abruptly moved the VR out of a sudden.
Yeah.
Ну и давайте теперь уже, наверное, перейдем к следующей.
Самые сложные новинки.
Да, самые сложные новинки. Тут их две на самом деле. Это AGM-65 или AGM-65 Maverick. Пока мы вводим ранее...
Maverick?
Это...
Pretty sure that's what he just said.
Не в курсе, это
AGM-65A.
Это не
that's the Maverick.
Oh dear.
Бункеры,
It begins.
мосты, корабли, небольшие
Oh, hopefully they can test it.
Работает она по принципу пустить.
Well, before you guys go like, hey, America's coming.
It's the A variant.
No, not even that. It's just that if they model as we were playing the other day, where we were playing the top tier vehicles, if they model it like the Russian ones, like the KH lines, I think they wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, that's true.
С разными типами ведения, но начинаем мы с самых первых, как с наименее...
Carry 4 of them. That's pretty good.
Какие ограничения? Во-первых, головка наведения телевизионная. То есть вечером, в сумерках, ночью не работает.
Because there's quite a few vehicles in game right now which can actually use these things, right?
I think so, but I don't recall which. Of course, the Phantom, but as you know about the Phantom, you say something about it and then they say, "Oh no, it's because this was a special version," or the one in game.
This specific one which never carried them. Yeah.
It's not exactly the one that could carry them. So maybe we can.
It's another buff to the A7 though.
Yeah,
Man, that thing is already pretty insane.
Yeah, on this one it's gonna be more tricky because being a bit lacking on the speed aspect, you have to commit more to your line.
Oh, what the hell was that?
Well,
you see that view?
It's a bit weird.
Oh, there you go. There's that new HUD. That looks nice. I like that.
Oh, so they did a special aiming mode for it? I guess. I think it symbolizes the pilot looking into the TV thingy.
То есть здесь у нас слева-справа у нас шкала скорости высоты.
Maybe that's the difference between
в узлах, ну вот видно, вот сейчас я приближаюсь.
the ones on the SU-17, the feeder.
То есть скорость у меня сейчас практически вот
Yeah, it
4
could be.
сейчас будет.
Because I think the 29 or the 25, one of those, it's like a TV guidance thing.
Понятно, курс и так далее. А теперь, причем с помощью этого прицела я позже покажу, можно будет и бомбометание точно осуществлять. Там выводится показания баллистического вычислителя.
No, I moved him because I kept hearing his keyboard.
Использовать Maverick.
Because he's playing a game or something in the background.
Yeah, but for this one, I would like to... It's one of those that you need to test for yourself to how to see how it goes.
Это кнопка включения GSN, либо...
So it's a simple sight, and do you lock on to a target and then fire and get
Oh look, it has a little square on the left side to see if the plane is stabilized.
Oh yeah.
That like black thing.
Right, so he's locked onto it. Oh, and then okay, so the TV follows it. Oh, and then you line up the box and then you fire. Ah, okay, so...
Okay, so this one is a bit more complex than the normal KH, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna still lock on the target and all.
Okay, that's good. So it's basically a very simplified version of how it works in DCS.
It's something like that, I guess.
Yeah, where you use the sight to lock onto a target, you then line up the machine on the target, and then you fire in.
Maybe that's why they added the stabilized thing. Maybe you need to have the plane on a stable on the air.
Yeah, this is gonna be really annoying to fight, depending on the range of those Mavericks. Goodbye, AA. It was nice knowing you. You were already bullied, and now you are bullied even more.
Стрельбы. То есть примерно с учетом эволюции самолета показывает, куда будет снаряд ложиться. Вот. Ну и давайте покажем еще тоже дальше. Это больше для тех, кто с кабиной любит работать и с этим. Это как
Please hover over it so I can see what the range is.
Подцепим только бомбы и неуправляемые ракеты.
God, this thing has so many armaments.
Yeah, it has a lot.
Варианта нет, но
Pretty much everything.
Definitely worth grinding. I like the system though. It's good. It's good setup.
Yeah.
Как видим,
I would have said it for an X update, if I'm honest. Give it more flash, you know, more of a poster boy.
Yeah.
Касается
It's
вопроса,
alright.
будет ли такое оружие у других наций? Со временем тоже появится, да. Вводить мы его будем постепенно, очень аккуратно, как раз начиная с образцов менее функциональных, то есть менее продвинутых.
They introduce another system for the ones?
I don't know.
Поэтому, то есть, потому что более современные версии Мэвериков имеют и инфракрасную головку самонаведения тепловой, то есть тепловую видит уже теплоконтрастные цели, видит ночью. Прекрасно, вот. И дальность пуска у них уже не 6 километров.
So the AGM-65s we're going in game are going to be a fire and forget mechanic
не входя в зону ПВО.
with limitations added.
Ну и пока
Wait, the AGM can only be used during the day. That's a new one. So if you get on a night map, you're just screwed. Again. This is great.
Well, you would have been screwed your way because you wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah.
Что касается других наций, да, у других наций такие ракеты тоже были.
It definitely has like a snap mechanic to it.
В советском варианте
That snaps onto a target.
с телевизионной головкой самонаведения, похоже, значительно большего калибра, там мощнее боевые.
Well, it's one of those that if they are crazy, they need to limit them in some manner, right?
Oh yeah.
Like raise the spawn points or whatever.
Вычислитель в кабине.
So is this like a new version of the ballistic computer? Oh, it is.
Oh, okay.
Все, да.
I think it is.
Вы видите аркадный бомбовый прицел.
So if you're in the cockpit, do you once again just line up the squares? Is that the idea?
Yes, so. I think they are complementing it with that HUD thing that they think.
So let's see. Yeah, so you still have that. I don't understand what they're trying to show.
Парочку бомб заброшу.
Yeah, me neither.
Полегче чуть летал.
I don't think it worked. whatever they were trying to show.
Вот.
Because he's trying to do something with the HDD that they are introducing for this thing, but I don't know what.
I mean, if they expand like the Phantom system, where you target a point on the ground and then it shows up on the cockpit HUD, I thought that's what he was trying to show. But I'm guessing, like, there's definitely different modes you're switching between. Like, it's showing different stuff on the HUD. I just don't know what it's showing. Oh, there you go. So the diamond is the ballistic computer. All right. It's just showing new HUD elements, basically.
Which really good then.
Yeah, you'll only really use in simulator.
Такой же прицел, но чуть менее навороченный, но примерно с похожими.
No, I get that the square at the bottom was the ballistic computer. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
It just wasn't working before, like for the bombs.
What they are trying to show with that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think both of us have used ballistic computers and know what they are.
Yeah.
У нас очень такая яркая и красивая новая локация для танковых сражений. Хочешь, я могу пока, кстати,
So there's also a new map. I wonder if they're gonna show it.
Хорошо.
Hopefully they do.
Северск.
Oh, here we go.
Почти как
Yeah, they are.
Старск.
Come on.
Из фильма «Довод» Кристофера Нолана.
Погоду какую-нибудь поинтереснее включим.
Just remember, guys, they don't show everything on these dev streams. So if you're going, where's my thing? Understand that there will be something for you. This map looks big, just by the way it's set up right now.
Big maps. Everyone likes them.
My HFS likes them. Wait, what is that? Knack Whitby F77? Oh, that's the that's the ship that got the dead block because it's a Whitby class.
Ah, okay. The designations are really dope.
Yeah.
The net.
Ну, я думаю, что те, кто как бы.
Oh yeah, this is a big map.
Восточной Европе.
Actually, it might not be that big. Looking at the movement on the map, just a lot of weird rolling hills. Is this to try and stop spawn camping? Good luck. Looks very 1960s Soviet Union. Depressing.
Chernobyl looking city.
Oh,
They're just leaving. They're just evacuating them for a week or so. Right.
Yeah.
Тестовый сервер, да.
Поправить под настроем.
The only issue with maps like this is people just waiting around corners, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Looks nice though, very well modeled.
Вот это вот афиша.
There's the propaganda.
Вот тут много деталей. То есть там техника, постройки, там и так далее.
Looks very 1990 Russia too. Looks like Hull.
Looks very today's Russia, dude.
This looks better than Hull. There isn't like pregnant people smoking crack everywhere, so.
Damn it. Well, there's no wonder. It's an abandoned city. It's one of these maps that I understand is a city and they're trying to portray that, but I like to see like some cover in kind of role or things like that.
Yeah. He shot straight through that, dude. KV superior.
И там, соответственно, уже будет деревушка. Но я думаю, что это сами вы сможете тоже посмотреть, потому что сейчас я быстро это все не покажу. Это надо покататься.
Yeah, it looks nice. Like, well, obviously it's very hard to tell if it's a good map or a bad map. We're gonna...
Yeah, on a first glance, one has to be fair on that. Like, you can look at a map and say, oh, it's trash. I was looking at it. We need to at least test it.
We'll have a look at, well, if it's available on the dev server when it's up, we'll make sure to have a look for you guys. We'll do what we normally do. We'll get some experienced boys together and have a look around it.
Как всегда, стараемся добавлять какие-нибудь интересные фичи, интересные новиночки. В этот раз...
Yeah, overall, the stuff that we've seen, I think, is pretty good. It's a lot of cool stuff. Nothing.
They are leaving a lot. They are leaving a lot outside of it. have to check mainly the South African thing, right?
Yeah, like they only showed what, 2 of the vehicles? Oh, 3.
Спасибо
Three.
большое всем, кто нас смотрел. Это больше 12 тысяч зрителей. Да, спасибо вам большое. Спасибо большое тебе, Слава, что снова пришел, обо всем подробно нам рассказал. Оставляйте обязательно ваши отзывы, пишите о том, что вы увидели, что вам нравится, что вам не нравится. С вами я увижусь на следующей неделе,
possibly tomorrow or Monday.
Позже.
At least that's what they said. Why have we gone from the Friday, Saturday to the Sunday, Monday? Like, why is this okay? Why are we doing this?
I think their calendar got a bit off, as you mentioned.
Yeah, like, why are we a day behind on these things? I'm very confused. I mean, if people want to work on Sunday, sure, go ahead. You know. Right, so that was the Russian stream, and we're gonna finish off looking at Kate's note on the Russian stream itself, just in case you know, we missed anything, and we will be back later on with the English stream. If you missed anything from this stream, there will be a VOD of it, and also we'll stick it up on YouTube. So the first point is the D21. There possibly will be more variants of the plane appearing later in the game. So, you know, that makes sense. We talked about that.
Yeah, as we mentioned.
Yeah. All new aircraft guns will have new individual sounds unique to them. So we won't just have like the copied 30mm sound across the board. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Rework special effects for ground vehicles. All effects have been redone from the ground up using new technology, more beautiful and overall more appealing. That is a direct quote from our boy BBVD. So, and then obviously we talked about new tracks for the Panzer 3s and 4s. There will be several variants of the Rattle in the British tech tree. And then there'll be 3 Rattle variants in the update, which is pretty interesting. Okay, so this is on the MTTD Roycat. The vehicle had a special cylinder-shaped launchers used to block laser rangefinders using a smoke-style counter, but it won't be present on the vehicle at the moment due to the lack of information. So there you go. That's what that box was on the top.
It reminds me of the thing that the Chinese one has. Remember that it has some things like that? Like it's able to counter enemy systems.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. So Su-17M2, manual sweep wings. The FM isn't finished yet. KH-25 and KH-29L. KH-25 guidance will be similar to the KH-23Ms that are on the AK-38s. The KH-29Ls are more powerful AGMs. Su-17M2 can only carry 1 KH-29L though under the belly.
Ooh, must be the giant one.
Yeah.
That comes to mind.
Yeah, must be the Deletus one. The F5A, the first variant will be given to the Chinese tech tree. Later F5 variants like the F5C will be added in later patches to the US. So there you go.
You'll get it eventually.
Yeah. The M3A3 Bradley, so it has improved armor, can stop 30mm autocannons, so RIP BMPs, and fires APF SDS rounds.
Okay,
so it does get upgraded rounds.
Yeah, they probably, for the guys that were wondering, and also ourselves, I think they're gonna change the VR quite a bit.
Yeah, that's true. And then even Kate's put SMS Kaiser BR 6.0. It's a ship. That's
right.
It. German 2PLBR. It's a squadron vehicle?
Oh, the Leopard?
Yeah. Okay, there you go. So it's a squadron vehicle.
It's one of those that give you the chance to play it up tier, top tier without having anything around it.
God damn it.
But it also gives opportunity for everyone to have it, so that's nice.
So the AGM-65s, this is the Maverick. Only early variants will be added at the moment. It works on a fire and forget mechanic. There will be limitations added. The AGM can only be used during the day, and smoke will cause the missile to lose lock. New HUD for the A7D. Missiles can be launched in close proximity to targets, but lose their accuracy. So pretty much the further away you launch them, the more accurate they're going to be. So that makes sense. Other nations with similar weapon systems will be added later down the line, but those will be added cautiously to not cause large disbalance gaps. I love it how that idea is never applied to America. Very odd.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's very weird.
Or to the Germans.
Yeah. The Su-17M2 will receive a similar HUD for its cockpit. Okay. So it'll get like the ballistic computers and stuff. That's pretty cool. So the new map is called Seversk 13. I'm guessing that...
that's like City.
Yeah.
13.
The map is based on a small Soviet town. Map incorporates lots of details made for different vehicle playstyles. Okay. So that's all the information from Kate.